Welcome back to the Underground Arcade, and in today's video we are going to put all the finishing touches on my arcade machine here. We're going to rewrap the whole thing, we've got new artwork for it, and we're finally going to put some speakers in it. Welcome to the third video in this little series where we've been busy getting this arcade cabinet back up and running. My first ever arcade cabinet. If you missed the first video, we talked all about hardware. We mounted an old computer monitor. We set up our controls, our buttons. We built this little panel out here. In the second video, we bought a Raspberry Pi and we installed RetroPie on it and a bunch of ROMs. And in this video, we're going to be putting the final touches on the cabinet. We're going to be completely rewrapping it today. We're going to be changing out the artwork in the marquee light there and getting the marquee up and running, the light itself. We're going to install some sound in this, some speakers, because we have had no sound and the kids are getting a little bored of playing games without sound. We're going to give this thing a general tidy up and just put all our sort of finishing touches on it. First thing on the list to tackle is to peel all this old wrap off and rewrap this cabinet. I've picked myself up some 3M car wrap. This is a matte. A few different colors in here. It's not going to be bright red, don't worry. A few different colors in there. Now the artwork, the style we're going for is of my brand new marquee art here, 1942. How cool is that? You probably heard me in the last video, I think, harp on about how much I like 1942 and 1943. So I found someone on AliExpress actually who printed me up this custom artwork. This marquee I've got in this machine is a little bit of a strange size, and so I had a hard time finding artwork that was made, that I could buy off the shelf for this machine. So I found someone at AliExpress who actually I gave the dimensions to, and they sent me that. I know it looks a little creased up, but I think once we stick it on the Lexan there, it'll be all good. So we're going to probably stick with the sides of the cabinet being in this blue. I've also got some red, some yellow, and some of the green in there. And we're going to just sort of muck around with different sort of accents or pinstripes, so just try and see if we can get the sides looking similar to this artwork. So it should be a cool color scheme, I think. Now I know you're probably thinking, why on earth are you pulling off that cool gun bullet artwork on the side, the wrap that's already on it? It is quite a neat wrap, like graffiti. There's a lot going on with it, but it is quite neat. The marquee's okay, the point blank marquee. It does have the cool little characters down here on the front of the machine, with the Namco and the bullet, say bullet time, or yeah, the coin box kind of cuts in half. It is quite neat, but I kind of wanted to make this sort of my own, and this will always be my baby, my first ever arcade machine, right? So this is always going to stay in my arcade. I also thought the colors of the 1942 artwork would tie in well with this kind of random space bezel that's around here. You got blue, green, yellow in there. I do quite like this glass, the bezel on this glass, so I will keep that. So yeah, the first plan of attack will be to peel everything off. Then, like I said, I got some speakers to install, so I've just bought some hole saws. I'm going to cut some holes in the front of it while the wrap is off for the speakers. Then we're going to rewrap the thing and install some speakers, get the new marquee artwork on, get that backlit, because that'll be really neat. I've got something in the post coming, some LED lights with a USB plug actually in the post. Hopefully get those in the next couple of days. We can install that. Just sort of give this cabinet a general tidy up, I guess. The coin box down the front, I don't have the key for, unfortunately, and it is always open, so I need to figure out a way of maybe unbolting the lock mechanism and closing that. And the cabinet doesn't have a back on it either. The back is a removable piece, but I would like to hinge that and maybe put a proper lock on that. So I'm going to go enlist the help of my wife. She's going to help me with the wrap, because she has a lot more attention to detail than I do, and she's quite handy at that sort of thing. So we'll peel all the old wrap off, hopefully it comes off clean, put the new stuff on, and then just potter away at the few other things. We'll talk about sound in a bit and how the speakers and amp work with the Raspberry Pi that is the brain of this thing, so we'll talk about that soon as well. But yeah, let's switch to time-lapse mode and we'll get all this wrap off in seconds for you, hours for me. So an hour and a half later, it's looking pretty good. That did take a lot longer than I thought. My wife kept saying to me, let's go and get the hairdryer, and I kept saying, nah, I don't think it'll make a difference. And it did make a huge difference when we did get the hairdryer. We did have to take the marquee off the top because the wrap went underneath it, so I unscrewed all of that. Also took the front door off, as you saw, because the front door was actually wrapped separately and then screwed on. So we'll wrap that on its own as one sort of border would, and then we'll screw that back on. So yeah, I'm going to get to wrapping tomorrow. Tonight I'm going to go through and just putty the rest of these holes. They've all been puttied, all these screw holes here, but some have sunken in a bit, and I think you might see that when we wrap it if it's just one block color. You might not have noticed with that busy pattern before, but you probably will with a single color. So yeah, I'm going to putty those, and I'm also going to drill some holes for some speakers now before we get to wrapping tomorrow. Well, it's been about 3 weeks since that last clip you just saw because I didn't order enough wrap, did I? When I ordered the wrap, I measured one side, what's that, roughly probably 1.70 m, and I ordered enough to do one side and not the other side. So I had to order some more wrap, and it took a couple of weeks to show up, but it's here. So we're going to start with wrapping the top. We're going to do the marquee. We're going to get the marquee light going. Then we'll wrap the door, because the door should be pretty simple. Down the front, the door I drilled the holes in. We can wrap that, and then I can actually wire in the speakers and remount the coin mechanism. And then hopefully the sides are pretty simple. So yeah, we'll start at the top. I'm going to do a bit of black, do some of the colors up here, and then yeah, wire that light in like I said. So let's go, time lapse. It's going to be a montage. So the front door is all done and dusted, and I thought we'd have a quick pause on the wrapping montage to talk about audio, sound, because up until now I've had no audio on this arcade cabinet. Now if you missed the last video where I put the hardware and the Raspberry Pi and the RetroPie software into this arcade, I'll link it up here if you want to jump back and watch that. But I did put a little Raspberry Pi 4 in there. The cool thing about the Raspberry Pi is you have both 3.5mm audio jack out, and you also have Bluetooth. So in theory, I could actually connect this to like a UE boom or a Bluetooth speaker and just use that for audio. What I ended up picking up was a couple of car stereo speakers. These are little 5-inch speakers, and a little cheap amp off AliExpress or Temu. I think I bought this, maybe AliExpress. Little 2-channel amp that just runs off a little power pack, like your modem would or something like that at home. So I'm going to mount that to the inside wall of the arcade, and then I've got my 2 little speakers there. They're kind of, I know they do look, they're not very hidden, are they? They do look like car stereo speakers, unfortunately. These will be at your knees when you're playing on the arcade. Maybe I should have bought some ones that looked a little bit more hidden, but I think they look all right. Put the old coin mech back in. Not currently working, bit beat up, this coin mech, but I will in the future actually wire a coin mech into my Raspberry Pi and get that just for a bit of authenticity. Get some big old 20-cent New Zealand coins going or something in the coin mech. We did this kind of cool red and black thing. Mostly the reason behind us doing that was that the rolls I bought of wrap weren't wide enough to do the whole cabinet, so we actually had to turn one sideways, do one bit, and then do the red. But I think it kind of looks all right. So we've got the red and the blue and the black up on the top of the marquee, and then obviously red and black down here. So I think it'll look all right. So now all we've got to do is wrap the sides. We're going to do those in a blue shortly. Put this door back on, screw this somewhere inside, wire it all up. This little lamp came with a cable as well. Turn it on and play some arcade games with actual sound. And that's a wrap, quite literally. That's a terrible joke, I'm sorry. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Not too bad from a couple of first-time amateur rappers. Yeah, I think it looks all right. I like the blue on the sides. We did play around with maybe adding some accents, like some sort of big triangles of white or yellow. We might do that in the future. but for now we just left the sides blue. The other thing I might do is get our YouTube channel logo printed, maybe in all white or all black, and put that on the side, like kind of a stencil style, you know, line art on the side. Might look quite cool. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm stoked with how the marquee came out. I love the 1942 artwork with the light. I think that looks really good. Yeah, the blue and the red. I think once we put all this trim back on the sides, like all this black, you know, the T mold trim, it really made everything pop because the red and the blue and the black look quite smart together. Obviously the black and the red on the front door as well. I think it all ties in nicely. I am interested to know what you think though. To be honest, I don't know if I would wrap another machine. It was quite tedious. It was quite, yeah, tricky to do. Partly because I bought cheap wrap off Temu. Maybe if I bought like legit 3M wrap, maybe it would have been easier. I think in the future, other cabinets, and maybe this one as well, I'm just going to paint them. I think that might be a bit easier. It might take a bit longer, a few more coats, because the wrap does hide some things. But the wrap, and especially the lighter colors like the blue, and then when we put a bit of yellow on before for a test, it shows all the imperfections. So don't know if I'll wrap again. Now, one thing I am happy about is the speakers. That is all working. That little cheap amp I bought, which feels like it weighs nothing. It is working. I plugged it straight into the RetroPie and it just picked it up. So if we go into, say, what should we play this afternoon? We'll play a Metal Slug Super Vehicle. With a bit of luck, we should have some sound coming out, which is quite cool because for the last month, my kids have been sort of playing games, or the last couple of weeks, without sound.
Metal Slug.
Yeah. There you have it, my first arcade machine, my baby. She's all finished. Well, not quite. There are a few things I would love to do to it that I will do in future videos. One thing I will do is a bit of a button and stick refresh. Having only 3 buttons instead of like 4 or 6 per player does limit me in some games. And the sticks I've got, they're all right, but I'd like to put some nicer ones in. So I will give that sort of button control panel a refresh in a future video. I would also love to put a CRT monitor or TV back in this machine and really restore it how it would have looked, you know, back in the 80s. Whip out the LCD monitor we put in the last episode and try and mount a CRT monitor in. I do like the look of the LCD monitor, and it's quite an easy, lightweight sort of monitor to install rather than like a big heavy CRT. But I think a CRT, I need at least one cabinet, right, with an old school CRT monitor in it. Yeah, I think that'll be a plan for a little bit, you know, further down the line. We're just going to enjoy this machine for a while. Now, I have an exciting video coming out in 3 days for you, hopefully 3 days, depending on my editing. But I'm about to go tomorrow to pick up a trailer load, albeit a small trailer load, but a trailer load of arcade machines. I've purchased them off Facebook Marketplace. Obviously, this is going to be the first of many machines in my arcade. I'm going to go and pick up another 3, which I'm pretty excited about. We've got a couple of old school retro arcade machines and also a widescreen arcade project that is half finished that I picked up for an absolute bargain. We're talking like $66 I won the auction for this beautiful plywood widescreen, beautiful buttons, all backlit, really nice cabinet. So I'm going to go and pick that up. And that video, yeah, will be a little bit of a buying trip vlog, and then we're going to get straight into some of those machines. So loads coming up on the channel. If you'd love to join me on my quest to build out my arcade here and also learn how to do things along the way, like installing software and ROMs and all that good stuff, then hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.